Okay, so we are going to be doing a little overview of aggregate supply and what that means and what that looks like in the short run and the long run. So aggregate supply is the sum of the production of all the firms in an economy. So we're adding up all the production across every single firm, and that's going to get us our aggregate supply. The aggregate supply curve, though, shows the relationship between overall price level in the economy and the total production by firm. So it's just showing that relationship on a graph. We're going to be talking about the long run and the short run. So just a little overview of what is the long run. The long run is a theoretical time period in economics in which every single cost, every single input cost and factor of production is variable. So there's no fixed inputs, there's no fixed costs, they're all going to be variable and dependent on factors. So long run aggregate supply, as we can see here, the curve is a vertical curve. And basically what this supply curve is representing is the potential output in the economy, which is the output possible if the economy is operating at full employment. So this curve slopes upward because potential output is not dependent on price. So no matter what the price is, potential output is going to stay the same. So that's why this curve is a completely vertical line and does not change with price at all. For the short run curve, though, we can see it's an upward sloping curve. And this is because of something called sticky input prices. A sticky input price means that the prices of final goods increase faster than the input prices. And then in turn, firms' revenue increases as the price of final goods increase. And then while all this is happening, input prices can't adjust quick enough. And so it results in this upward sloping curve. So what factors shift these two curves? I'm going to preface this with not everything that shifts the short run curve is going to shift the long run curve, but everything that shifts the long run curve will shift the short run. So just keep that in mind as we're going through these. So for the long run, productivity is a big thing that shifts it. So this is things like better technology. If we're improving our technology, then we're going to improve our productivity. We're going to be able to produce more. And more labor. If we have more effective labor, more educated workers, then we're going to be able to increase our productivity, which will then shift the curve. And then another is quantities of factors of production. So if there's a change in the factors of production, then we're going to see a shift in our long run curve. And so if we go over to the short run curve, we'll see the same things that shift the long run curve, shift the short run curve. So changes in productivity again, and then changes in quantities of inputs, which we see here being an example of less natural resources. Another thing that shifts the short run but will not shift the long run is changes in factors of production. So this is things like wages or the price of inputs. So if the price of oil, a very, very popular input, increases, then we're going to see the short run curve shift to the left, but the long run curve will not shift. It'll just shift the short run. So things that are temporary will only shift the short run. Thank you.